Welcome to the House Hacking Club. Again, my name is Diego and I am so happy that you're here and want to start living for free. I have created a training video that will walk you through the house hacking process more in detail so that you can start implementing what you learned from the house hacking guide. So, I'm going to switch to my computer screen and we'll get started. So let's get started with the house hacking free training. This training will be action-packed and I am excited to show you how I started investing at the age of 23 and 4 years later I have enough passive income covering my monthly expenses, which means that I am financially independent. And today I want to show you how you can do it too. Here is what you will discover in this training. There are various ways to invest with real estate, and today I want to show you what I believe is one of the best ways to start investing in real estate with low money down, and that is through house hacking. I have broken down house hacking into 3 different stages, and we will go over them in this training. I am also going to give you the tools and action steps so that you can start house hacking as quickly as possible. And last but not least, I'm going to show you how you can save over $12,000 per year when you house hack and eliminate your housing expenses. Now, I want to share what you will be able to do after this training. After this training, you will know how to find an investor-friendly realtor and lender. You will understand the 2 types of properties that work best when house hacking. Also, you will understand how you can buy a home with a down payment of 5% or less, and you will know the tools I use to find and pre-screen my ideal tenants. And the best part, how I get paid every month so that you can too. First, I want to start off by explaining why I chose real estate to start my investment portfolio. One of the best ways to build wealth is by buying or acquiring assets. Assets put money in your pocket, and you have to make your money work for you. I chose to invest in real estate because it provides me passive income every month. Also, there are 4 different tax benefits that you get from investing in real estate. Number 4, everyone needs a different place to live, so why not own one of those places? And last but not least, the income that I make through my real estate portfolio can allow me to retire early and pursue my passions. You may be wondering, why do many people invest in real estate? Well, people think you need a lot of money to get started, and in this training you will find out why this is not true. Also, there is too much information out there and it leaves people with a lack of clarity. Sometimes it's just that you don't know what you don't know. Some people may have never thought of investing, especially in real estate. And finally, people may not have someone to direct them. This can mean no mentor, no coach, or even no accountability buddy. But this training will give you what you need to get started if real estate is a good fit for you. So, who am I and why am I sharing this training with you? My name is Diego. I was born in Lima, Peru, and moved to the United States when I was 9 years old. I am a dreamer / DACA recipient, and if you've been following the news lately, you know what that is. But basically, it means that I had to go through a lot more challenges to get to where I am today than other US citizens or people that have green cards. I wasn't able to drive for work until I was 22 years old, and I also couldn't get any student loans due to my immigration status. I even had to create an LLC and do web design work as a contractor so that I can pay my way through college. I graduated from Florida State University with 2 bachelor's degrees in 2012, and in the summer of 2012, the president passed an executive order that allowed dreamers to work and drive. It was then that I got hired at General Motors and moved to Austin, Texas in 2013 to start working as a software developer. Now, this may be a bit more information than what you wanted to know about me, but I want to be as transparent as possible so that you can see where I started from. In Austin, I bought a house and started house hacking in November 2014 at the age of 24, and I haven't had a mortgage or rent payment since then. In 2015, I quit my job in corporate America to create a real estate team with my business partner, and now we help around 100 families a year buy or sell homes in the Austin area. My current real estate portfolio consists of 8 rental properties, including 6 single-family homes, a duplex, and a quadplex. This gives me around $5,000 a month in passive income. And recently, I had the privilege to be featured on Forbes, Entrepreneur.com, CNN, and Fox News. Now, when I was 21 years old, I read the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. I know that if I'd never read that book, I wouldn't be where I am today. And now I want to share with you the one key concept I learned from that book that changed my life. And that is the understanding of the difference between active income and passive income. Active income is when you change your time for money, meaning you work and you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. Active income is income that you get when you're working an hourly or salary job, being a freelancer or sometimes being self-employed. Passive income, on the other hand, is making your money work for you. Some people refer to this as mailbox money. You get a check every month from the money or time you have invested in the past. Examples of passive income include rent checks, residual income, dividends, etc. Once I understood this concept, I made it my focus to start building passive income streams as quickly as possible, and I want you to do the same. One of the ways that I've made my money work for me to build passive income is through the strategy called house hacking. This is a strategy in which you buy a home or a multifamily and live with roommates or rent out the sides. The rent payment you get every month will pay for your mortgage, and thus, most or your entire housing expenses will be getting paid by others, and you will be living for free. This strategy served as a foundation for me to build a real estate portfolio, and I believe anyone can do it with the right mindset. I have a lot of friends and random people who have reached out to me to ask me how this is done and how they can get started. So this training will explain all of that. Now, how does house hacking work in real life? Here is the first home I bought to house hack. In 2014, at the age of 24, I bought a 4-bedroom home in the North Austin area. I was able to rent out 3 bedrooms for $550 plus bills. The property cost $170,000, and I put down 5% down for my down payment. My monthly mortgage payment was $1,350. Now here's the cool part. Since I rented out each room for $550, I had a gross income of $1,650. This income paid for my entire mortgage, and it allowed me to live for free. Also, the extra $300 I was making paid for my entire car payment. How would you feel if you didn't have to have a mortgage payment or a rent payment anymore? What if you not only lived for free, but made extra income each month to either travel, pay for your car, or pay any other debt you may have? Not having a housing payment when most of your friends are paying over $1,000 a month will give you a $12,000 raise per year. Now that is awesome. So what should you understand about house hacking? The first thing you have to do is commit to the house hacking mindset. Understand that this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, and know that this is not a long-term thing either. But it will serve as a foundation to your real estate portfolio, and it will be a great way to create passive income. I am 100% sure that your life will change in a huge positive way once you commit to house hacking. Through the years, I have met people with different situations who I think house hacking would be useful. And these are people such as new investors or people looking to buy their first home, people, especially millennials, looking to make passive income. Also, people who want to have an exit strategy to corporate America, and people who may want to make extra money every month to travel or just buy the stuff that they want. Also, it will be for anyone who wants to live for free and not have to worry about a mortgage payment or rent payment. And especially if you want to save over $12,000 a year in rent. So now let's get started with some action steps so that you can start house hacking and living for free. I would recommend getting a pen and paper so that you can take notes. As I mentioned earlier, there are 3 different stages in house hacking. Stage number 1 is setting up your team. Stage number 2 is analyzing, finding, and buying the property. And stage number 3 is making passive income. Let's get started with stage number 1, setting up your team. The first thing I recommend is to find an investor-friendly realtor. And you can do this by going to real estate meetups, asking friends and family, or even by sending me an email. Next, talk to a loan officer. This can be someone in your bank or your credit union or someone your realtor can recommend you. Then, you have to get pre-qualified with your lender for an owner-occupant loan. Now, owner-occupant loans means that you can get a property with as little as 3.5 down payment or even 0 money down. The key thing here with owner-occupant loans is that you have to live in the property for at least a year. A lot of people think they need 20% down payment, but that is not true. I have friends who tell me, Diego, I don't have $40,000 or $60,000 to buy a property. And then I make them aware of owner-occupant loans and let them know that depending on which area they live in, they can buy a home using less than $10,000 as a down payment. The owner-occupant loans can be FHA loans, conventional loans, VA, or USDA loans. You can also qualify for some grant programs depending in your area and income qualification. I have helped people buy homes putting 0 money down in the past. It's pretty cool. So now let's move to stage number 2, analyzing, finding, and buying the property. Here's where the fun begins. So let's start with the strategy. You can either buy a single family home or a multifamily, meaning a duplex, triplex, or quadplex. With a single family home, you will have to live with roommates, while with a multifamily, you will have tenants living on the vacant sides. When you analyze a deal, it is important to know what strategy and what type of property you're planning on buying. Now, here's a quick tip. If you're going to be buying a home and living with roommates, I have found that it is best to buy a 2-story, 4-bedroom home with at least 2.5 bathrooms. In analyzing deals, you will have to see what areas in the city you currently live in are growing, have potential job growth, or are close to shopping areas or areas people like to live in. Look at ads on Craigslist and see how much people are renting in different parts of town, especially if you will be getting roommates. If you are buying a multifamily, your realtor will be able to tell you how much each side should rent out for. Also, ask your coworkers how much they pay if they live in an apartment or with other roommates. And to find how much your mortgage payment will be, you will have to ask your lender, or you can also download the Quicken phone application and you can plug in some numbers. Let me give you an example. When I bought my house, 1-bedroom apartments were renting for around $1,100 in the Austin area. And after doing some research on Craigslist, I saw the rooms were renting between $500 and $600 in the area I wanted to buy. So if I rented out 3 bedrooms for $550, that will bring me a total of $1,650. Alright, once you have analyzed the numbers and know what areas you would like to live in, it is time to find a property that will work for you. There are multiple ways to find a property. You can look online on websites such as Trulia or Zillow. You can go to open houses. You can also get set up on an automated search by your realtor. And there are also other real estate applications. Your realtor will be able to show you the homes, and once you find the right one, it is time to submit an offer. Now, I'm not going to go into details of an offer of the home buying process, but once you submit an offer and it gets accepted, you will have about 30 to 45 days until you close on your home. The next step is closing on your home and getting the keys. So now we get to the money part, stage 3, passive income. Earlier, I mentioned how I was able to figure out the pricing for the rooms. To get the rental pricing for sides, if you have a multifamily, I would ask your realtor. Now, in finding roommates, I have been successful through ads on Craigslist and an application called Roomster, which is a paid application, but you only need this for a little while you're looking for roommates. With a multifamily, the leases will normally be a year, so you don't have to worry so much there. If you're going to have a roommate, I have found that it works best to do a 3 to 6 month lease, but a 1-year lease works too if you think you have the perfect roommate. Alright, now you know how to become a homeowner and find roommates, but how do you get paid? Let me start by saying that I love the first of the month. Why? Because that is when I get paid by my roommates every month. There are a few ways your tenants or roommates can pay you, and that is through cash, check, through Venmo or PayPal, or through an application called cozy.co. It's great to get pinged by Venmo telling me a tenant just paid me and I have another $600 in my bank account. Hello, passive income. So let me introduce you to a tool that will make qualifying your tenants and getting paid a lot easier. Cozy.co is a website where my potential applicants go to fill out their applications and to submit their background check, both criminal and credit. Cozy charges about $40 to do the background check, and this is usually a cost that a potential applicant pays. This way you know they are serious. Once you get an application and background check, you can accept them. Through Cozy, you can also get the security deposit. Cozy will allow the tenant to connect their bank account to the application. This way, they can pay rent and it goes directly to your bank account as a direct deposit. Not bad at all. Hope you found this tool helpful because it has helped me a lot. I mentioned earlier in this training that I love creating passive income streams. The great thing about house hacking is that you can repeat the process every year or every 2 years with an owner-occupant loan. Once you start making passive income, you can save that money to use it as part of your down payment for your next home. That is what I did. Imagine, in 5 years, you could own more than 5 properties, giving you passive income every single month. How would you feel if that passive income paid for all your monthly expenses and now you're not dependent on your job? How much freedom will you have? So congratulations! Now you know the 3 stages of house hacking and the necessary steps to make it happen. In stage 1, we covered how to set up your team, especially finding a realtor and a lender. If you need help finding a realtor, just send me an email. In stage 2, we covered the different types of properties you can house hack. We also explained how to determine what rooms or sites can rent for, and I explained the buying process. In stage 3, we covered how you can get paid every month and start making passive income. I also explained how you can buy a home every year so that you can build your real estate portfolio. And earlier in this training, you got the case study of my first house hack, and I explained how I was making over $1,600 a month and living for free. So, is house hacking right for you? After listening to this training video and learning the steps to house hack, do you see yourself being able to do it? As I mentioned earlier, house hacking works well for new investors or people looking to buy their first home. People, especially millennials, looking to make passive income and not being dependent on just one paycheck. Also, for people who want an exit strategy to corporate America. And if you want to make extra spending money every month to either travel or buy the stuff you want. Anyone who wants to live for free and minimize their housing expenses, and especially if you want to save over $12,000 a year in rent or mortgage payment. Is that you? If it is, awesome. I would love to help you out and make it possible. House hacking has been a life changer for me. It has allowed me to invest in experiences I wouldn't have been able to experience and be able to travel many times a year to see family, attend events, and just live an amazing life. This process isn't easy, but heck, it is well worth it. And I want you to experience it as well. If I can do it, an immigrant who wasn't able to work and drive till the age of 22, and now at the stage of my life where I own 8 rental properties, I know you can do it too. I and the community of house hackers will be able to help you every step of the way. So, let's connect. If you have any questions, email me at info@diegocorzo.com, or you can also join our Facebook group. It's a free Facebook community. You can join it at househackingclub.com/community. I hope you enjoyed this training and you found it helpful.